Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? Yes, Stella, I know you want cuddles. That's an everyday occurrence. She wants cuddles for some reason. Oh man, it's interesting to know what your pets and children, I realize those are not the same thing, what they need. It was funny when I first started seeing Carl. He was saying something about how he wants the children to see him. And I said, be you. Don't be fake. Don't try. Just don't try. Just be you. And it's so true that our authenticity is what draws people to us. And I was meditating on authenticity as I woke up, and I just love how God does this in my world. I go to my devotional and it's all about being authentic, and you cannot hide from God. And the title is God Isn't Afraid of Our Doubts. He's way more concerned when we fake it. I have a friend who's releasing a book on the 25th of January. That's 5 days. And it's all about rethinking everything, and how he was in a binary world and everything was black and white. And he started to have doubts and questions. And he realized God wasn't afraid of those questions. God was big enough for those questions. There were a lot of people that labeled him heretic, labeled him the devil. They were, there's some terrible, terrible, terrible words that came out of people who said they followed the way of Jesus. And they're swearing at him and accusing him of being awful things, simply because he asked questions. Questions? God's not afraid of our questions or our doubts or our concerns. He's way more concerned when we fake it. And so I have to read you a part of this devotional because it was amazing. God isn't afraid of our doubts. He's not put off when we struggle to believe, and he's not surprised when we don't understand what a God who says he surpasses all understanding is doing. He's not keeping track of the number of days we feel close to him, nor is he docking points when we wonder if he's even there. Instead, he sympathizes with our fears that he might not be as good as he promised. And then he goes through how he proves his worth, and through Jesus. And he said, this is still his response to you and me. Because he talked about doubting Thomas. We label him doubting Thomas, but his name was Thomas. His response to Thomas, who saw Jesus in the flesh and still doubted, wasn't scolding, it was grace. You pick any story out of the Bible, you'll find the same. This is his response to you and me. We need to get real enough with him about doubts so he can be Jesus enough with his grace. When we are not authentic, we minimize the Lord's work in our lives. That's how it is. Our spirits are not in communion with spirit, and she can't work. She can't do what she needs to do. I mean, she can override us. She could make us robots if she wanted. Abba Father could line us all up like Captain Von Trapp and whistle at us to jump. He could do that, but he doesn't, because he's authentic and he loves us. I love that phrase. We need to get real enough with him about our doubts so he can be Jesus enough with his grace. It's so beautiful. Anyway, this is not advertising for Glenn's book. It's called Rethinking Everything by Glenn Seipert. But it's just one of those things where I've been meditating on authenticity, and your faith grows and blows up your brain. It blows up your spirit. And fireworks can ensue, and you can see the most beautiful things ever when you have the courage to be authentically you. So in so doing, take some time to dream today, my friends. Remember that I love you. Keep your feet on the floor, on the ground, while your head's in the clouds. Sweet dreams. Bye.